Hello. In recent times, video games have had this thing where they release early and then they suck. Take No Man's Sky, for example. This game came out, it was okay at best. I mean, it got a lot of bad reviews and a lot of bad press. But a few years down the line, it's a cool game. But by the time it got good, its reputation was already tarnished. So what was the point? The point was that if you came into it now, it'd be a good game. So it kind of gave some security in the pre-release system. But what if a movie did that? Now, of course, you can't pre-release a movie, but it can suck at first. When Elemental first came out, it was a financial failure. Opening weekend, it bombed. There's no denying that. I mean, you got 40 million articles to tell you that happened. I mean, at the time that I went to see it, I was in Virginia with my childhood friend David. We liked it. We left the theater happy. It was a solid movie. Went home, did some research, and I find out that this movie is doing terribly in the box office. Oh no! How'd that happen? At the time, it was like, okay, here's an article. I'm reading it. Cool. I read an article. I can read still. PogChamp, oh my goodness. But 2 months later, this is the funniest thing I've ever read. Everything is wrong. Hey, Future Jack here. I forgot to tell you something while recording in this part, and it's that Elemental's doing really well in the box office right now. And that's why this article is funny. Anyway, back to the video, Jack. Good luck. This is the part of the video where we spend the rest of the time making fun of this one article that I found. Woo! The first argument is that Pixar just isn't what it used to be. Yeah, companies change. DreamWorks got good. Apparently that's a thing that people can agree on now. And then Pixar is getting worse. Everything is getting better, so it's harder to compete, I think. So already, saying Pixar's not what they used to be is a pretty crappy argument. Then there's also the fact that they say marketing is bad. Yeah, marketing was bad. That's a pretty fair point. But in general, there were ads for it. I mean, what else do you want them to do? They're not gonna put an inflatable at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Cool rock. I don't know why I got distracted. It wasn't any different from any other movie. There were ads, and that was about it. And then people went to see it. Probably, hopefully. One of the points is that it struggles as an original. It's an okay thing, because if you look at the movies that were out at the time of Elemental, it makes sense that this point would be there. You had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Transformers, Fast X. You had all these sequels, so they had something to build off, and it was going to be tough to compete with an original. Cool. But what the article fails to realize is that if there's a crap ton of sequels and people watch them, what else is there? They need something new occasionally. Elemental! But then this article gives what I wrote down as retrospective garbage. Sick name. Good job, me. Quite possibly the funniest moment in this article is when it reads, people might go see Elemental later. And then in parentheses, it probably won't be enough though. That is the most ironic thing possible. How do you get it that wrong? And the only thing that the article got right that I agree with is that there was competition. Oh my goodness. That was implied when we spoke about Elemental as an original. Yes, competition was a problem. There are better movies to see. Say what you will, Across the Spider-Verse is objectively a better movie, albeit Elemental's still good. Now here's the disclaimer. I like Screen Rant, but this article is garbage. Hot steamy garbage. The problem with corporations like this that focus on movies is that they try to make their opinion your opinion. And even if it doesn't look like that, it just happens naturally when you read something like this. Oh, you want an example? No? Okay, well, you're gonna get one. Hey, John, do you like macaroni? No. Well, you should. Okay. When somebody with a large following says something that's an opinion, that opinion automatically gets just everywhere. It's everywhere. You see this with YouTubers. You see this with articles. You see this with critics. You see it everywhere. And of course, there's going to be some overlap, so it happens naturally. But generally speaking, it is so easy to transfer opinions. You're probably getting my opinion in your head right now. Critics, articles, and YouTubers do not have the power to deem a movie good or bad. They have the ability to say if the movie is good or bad in their opinion. Now, of course, that could be representative of the overall audience, but people like you or me, or more so me than you because you're less important than me. Yup. We control how well a movie does. Elemental failed at first. It had bad reviews before. YouTubers weren't making great videos about it. But look at it now. It's doing great in the box office. That's the kind of stuff that we can do as an audience. Let's get to the conclusion. I need friends. Alright, you want a takeaway? Do not read articles about movies. Reading articles is okay for research if you want to figure out how a scene was made, or what the director intended. That's fine. But right when you start reading opinion articles like this one, it ruins your own, and it will ruin the movie for you sometimes. Just stop. Have an original thought. Or again, just have my thoughts. Alright. There's the video. You want to see what I have to go up to get out of here? You want to see the pain I go through? I had to climb a mountain and then scale down it into this thing.